Mai sentire. That in-shop entertainment or a very small CCTV?
No, I just do setups, different setups for my show.
Oh, okay.
Just to see what we're
You got a
going
window,
to.
don't you?
Yeah,
Oh, so
I usually go to a window,
the crowd.
but I stream it.
Nice.
I usually have two cameras,
Yeah.
and they're both upstairs.
Okay.
One's looking this way, one's looking down.
Okay.
But I've thought about bringing the camera down lower,
Yeah.
so it gets a bit more of a closer view of the
How
screen.
long's the show for? Yeah, I was thinking maybe a drone. Maybe part one of that one.
The drone would be nice, but I've got enough. I've got so many things I have to sort out.
Yeah, now I understand.
Somebody else would have to do it.
I wish I love a drone. I'm just thinking of different ways to use it.
When I did the show, when Paul Stewart came,
Yeah.
the BBC brought a drone
Okay.
and they filmed.
Okay, so it's permissible, clearly.
Yeah, they must have got a permit because it's in
Yeah.
town, isn't it? Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, what about officers? Did they, I don't know, are you friendly with them?
it's quite good. Come on, have a look at this.
Yeah.
Let's step up there. Come have a look. That's roughly what it would look like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it gives a nice. Usually it's higher, so you get more of a heads on people.
Yeah.
But down here, it's just slightly different angle.
And it's a nice shot. I think people seeing it as well. It's
Yeah, it shows.
lanes what makes Brighton famous, isn't it?
It shows the lanes. Yeah, it shows the lanes,
Yeah.
the pub and the cottage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's quite good.
yeah, driving is. I had some all about that.
No, I think of all sorts of things.
Honest, if you've got one, come and try it out.
They haven't yet. I'm just trying to justify, but now I've got one more thing to the list.
Cheers, have a good one. Come on, so you have here. All right, thank you. Good. Can I get your coffee or tea? Coffee? White or black? Just yes, I was thinking about the coffee. I'll have, yes, some drops of milk. Yeah. Yes. Any sugar? No sugar. If there is a little biscuit, because I. So, yeah. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, forget it. I used to. So I said that because I haven't had anything. Yeah, but it's sort of, you know. Yeah, all right. Okay, then.
Just coffee?
Right. I beg your pardon?
Just a coffee?
Coffee, yes, please. Yes. Yes.
Got an apple you can have.
Yes, you used to have those because they came with that coffee in the sandwich. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Would you like an apple?
Thank you. It's a little bit too much for me. Thanks. That's very kind of Thank you. Thank you.
If you like me sharing it, I only half it. I'll give you.
Yeah, all right. I eat apples. I like apples, but now that we broke down, I think yes. Just a minute, yes. I was saying, the 3rd of May, I'm here, yes. I live near there, you see. I live about 60 yards from the house. Do you have they given you enough time?
1:45.
1:45. Good.
There we go. Take one of
I'll be there. Thanks very much.
those. Actually, this is more for free.
Oh, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks very much. I will send this. Yes. Right. Okay. Now, yeah.
How would you like it?
What are we doing today?
How would you like it, like?
Yeah. Last time, I suppose. Yes. Much more of.
A bit more off than last time?
Yeah, a little bit more of that last time. The point is, I'm going away, but I'm going away mid-May. So I'm coming back 28th of May. So mine's another one soon after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to be presentable. I'm going to at the Greece in about, obviously, we're talking now, we're doing 6 and in 20 days' time, or 3 weeks' time, yes. 3 weeks yesterday, yes. So I need to be not very short at that time.
Yeah.
Presentable. I call it presentable. On my way. I love you, thanks. Yeah, there's another little story out there.
Yeah.
You know the Dutch pistols who are
Yeah.
leading, yeah?
Yeah.
I had a friend, and she was a very nice person. She was a great friend of mine, nothing personal, but a friend, yeah.
Yeah.
I met her, she was a secretary where I worked, King's. King's is next to Bristol there. King's is Camberwell, the medical school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she was a wife, and she was very much into dub, dubstep. Yeah. And she was very that she because she was a Rasta, she was a white Rasta, had the hair and all that, you see, huh? Yes, thanks, sir. That's many years ago, but,
Yeah.
over 35 years. Well, 30
Well, she was ahead of the time. Let me put this
Yeah,
up.
I've heard.
You see. Just so you don't know.
She was awesome. She was an attractive young lady. She wasn't at her very youngest. She was, by then she was about 30. And she was, yes, are you all right? She was genuinely a very kind person. In all respects in life. She really showed kindness,
Yeah.
even when she didn't have to.
That's a nice person.
She rode a motorcycle. She had her leathers and things. She was a very strange person. She wanted her independence. She once actually met her sister at work. She was a similar persuasion. About the sister. Yes. She was very kind. She had, in those days, the Dove pistols were hardly known.
Was this about 30 years ago?
Yeah, 30, perhaps.
So they've been going a long time.
Well, let me just think when it was. Well, so it's, yeah, this might be it, you know. It's 30 years.
Not
The order of 30 years, yes, I'm there. But that's recalculated. I mean, time has flown with it.
Yeah.
Flown away with it. So when you think we are 25 years into this tension,
Yeah. Oh, yes.
and I'm talking round about 74. Yeah, she was a secretary. She was a very, I mean, she wasn't an educated girl. Just sort of, that was her education. She was not that, she was a
Yeah,
secretary.
good common sense.
Yeah, but she was a lovely personality and a lovely character. And not demanding independence. She knew instantly how to approach people. She was a very good secretary as well. You know,
Yeah.
did her job. She was literate, but I mean, she wasn't sort of, she hadn't been to university or anything, but everybody liked her. And then, you know, let's call it 5 o'clock when we finished, but some of us finished early. At 5 o'clock, she put on her leathers again and rode the motorbike into the sunset. Yeah, a motorcycle. She was a, she was
I
displayed it. In some ways, mixed. In some ways, yes. Yeah. She wasn't, at her job, she was good. She was good officer. Yeah.
So she was into that pistol.
That pistol, yes, it was this music. I got to know about this music because I talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
This music is called dubstep, and it has taken off the Jamaican, well, the main Jamaican sound, which is yes. Because this music is associated with the Rastafarians, but not exclusively. And yeah, they were started. Often they start the song like next door to Brixton. Yes. They swear, I mean, yes, they have been going on for at least 30 years. Because I remember them talking about them. As I said, something like 2000.
Right. Listen to them, like track.
That's a bit under 30 years. Because I remember, we say at the time of Millennium, she was our secretary. So that's 25 years ago, to speak. Yes. Yes. What a kind person. You don't meet many. I'm sullied by life. You don't meet many people who.
When did you last see her?
Well, yeah, about 2004, I think.
Maybe if you come to St. Anne's Wells, you might bump into her. Maybe.
I don't know.
She might come to see it.
Yeah, schools, the form of course, that's square, sure. And I started then at the time, I started looking a little bit at the pictures. I started looking a little bit into Rastafarianism.
You're not going to tell me you had dreadlocks, mate.
She had dreadlocks, and that's younger actually.
Like, you didn't have any, did you?
No, not me. No. First of all, my head doesn't suit that. A lot of them actually are not real dreadlocks. It's just like,
White people do it as well.
yeah,
They kind of wrap their hair.
yeah.
Don't like it, really. The hair military.
That's still, I mean, in that area of Southern, which I didn't dislike, it was a bit rough. But when it comes to it, I never saw, well, I did. I had one or two incidents myself. Like one day, a woman approached me and stopped me. And so did the man on the bus. These two incidents. There was some, not very many, but there are five, obviously. Because of course, the one thing that there was a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs of all sorts. But I learned, because I was there from 1979, 25 years. I learned, I kind of liked that part of inner South London. You knew what you were going to do, therefore there were no surprise. That's what I got. But drugs, they were destroying people. A couple of stories from drugs as well. We had a kind of ironmongery shop nearby. It was useful for all sorts of little and larger things. And they were selling paint thinners. Paint thinners were being sniffed at, one day, one afternoon, I was sitting there, yes, and this group of children came. The eldest was barely 13. They were yelling. Constantly.
They used to take moves, right?
Yes, yes, exactly the same thing. Yes. And some other things, at the same time, And yes, I said to the guys, are you really going to sell? Yes, he said, if they don't get it here, they'll get it next door. So there's no problem for them. But I was very sad. I was very sad. That's what I said to them. I would like to say but I have to be discreet because all these people can get aggressive very, very quickly. Yeah.
You listen to me.
No, I think he said, I don't remember very well, but he said something like, maybe it was after he had sold it. He said, if I don't do it, if I don't sell it, then they'll find it next to worse.
Yeah.
Quite the term.
Besides the point.
But these were kids, the eldest was 13. And there were some quite young ones amongst them. There was a bit of dark about. Yes, thanks. And then, you see, these stories have nothing to do with the things you avoided if you wanted to have a reasonable time out today. Once I King's had a research institute, uh, had a bit of a, it had a bit of grass on the front. Well, much of the front was used for parking cars. And one day I saw, quite late actually, in my career, I saw a girl, a woman, a young woman. She was on her face, down on the grass, arms and legs, not put together towards the body, but all out, an X on the face. She formed an X. A skirt, it was sort of summer at the time. The skirt was up to her waist. She was not wearing any underwear. And I went inside because our porters and all that, we had the chief porter there, had been in the police, and he had his connections and all that. Very nice guy. I've seen him once or twice in Birmingham. He likes Birmingham with his wife. He was, what was he, slightly younger than me, slightly. And I said to him, yes, just outside the door. But it was next to the door, basically. The main door, main entrance. There's this girl out there. Oh, yes, we know her, she says. What happened is, he told me the story. That place had a back car park, that were a car park from the back. At the back of it. But there was another exit there. He said, yeah, after hours, so that's customers, yeah, at the back, you know how they work. I said, oh, I'll be doing that in the back. He said, no, it's better not to. So, because she's well known for policing. But she's not moving, I said. She's obvious. It is not something you like to see. Said, well, that's how it goes. Everybody was trying to keep, just clean, not to become too obvious. And I had a practice, but I knew over 25 years, all these things are not every day occurrences, but I developed, with the passage of time, I developed a scheme how to avoid serious trouble, because sometimes you are being followed. Not very often. You're being followed. I'll give you an example. This was fairly black version. It was a 50-50 act. A lot of people think, oh yes, it's all black and all that. No. There were some estates where white people from the old time. Actually, we had a lot of Irish people there. A lot of Irish. That area, Loughborough Junction to Brixton, was an Irish settlement. But when I first went there, I remember one pub was very Irish. All this disappeared over the passage of time. 20 years later, there was no pub, there was nothing, yeah. The Irish ladies, they were getting older, quietly, and we were bottle of Guinness or whatever, then eventually all this disappeared. That generation effectively that they were Irish in the building trade, as is quite common.
That's how they got a lot of their work.
Yeah,
All those days.
yeah.
Or contacts and the like.
Yeah. But I said that because some people think it was a black jungle. Well, it was never a black jungle. It was never, I used to count actually. It was never more than 50-50.
Yeah.
to be honest. And then there were, of course, generations of immigrants as well. Chicago has a bit of a reputation, and it had a church for cypriots.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I met two or three of them. I learned also the Cypriot dinner. Syrian English accountant. And actually we had coffee very often. But she was a nice guy. He was older than me.
Yeah.
He didn't live there, he lived in Florida.
Did you have children?
He must have done, actually, I don't know.
Did you know Carol Childers?
No. But there's a priest who was actually a bishop and all that, you know. I went to one or two duels, but I wasn't terribly interested.
Very quickly.
Yeah. I found that here in Britain as well, you know. People can be quite creepy, you know. Anyway, and but some younger, I mean, all sorts of things were happening. And the riots, for instance, in Brixton happened when I was there, and so around about 1990 or so, things started. In other words, about 10 years after I got there, I started feeling it's not nice anymore. It's sort of threatening. And I saw some incidents, some basically people stopped and things. And now I remember, a colleague of mine, Egyptian, he was, yes, please. If you can make them equal, I was looking to there, I wasn't just pleased. But anyway, an Egyptian colleague of mine in East Dulwich, which is next door, they stopped him, they took his briefcase, with all he was carrying in his briefcase. They said, give us your money. And all right, they didn't hurt him. So I had a policy, and I did it 2 or 3 times. Like 2 or 3 times over 20 years, 25 years, it's not too bad. What I did was, when I felt forward, you know, at the cusp of being threatened and all that, I got into a shop. And I said to whoever was there, I'll stay here for a while, because, you know, anyway, they knew me in that area, you know, 25 years. There was even a...
You stayed a long time now.
Not really, you know, they get bored and they leave, you know.
You stayed 25 years.
25 years in the area, yes.
Yeah.
Very much near Double Green there, and there's a short walk of family up Denmark Hill. That's where the place is. There are a lot of hospitals there. There's a neurological psychiatric hospital as well, called the Morgue Street, and so on and so forth. I know what stories from there as well. And I would go and do it, but it was, I hardly ever needed to do that.
Yeah.
But when you really know that you've been targeted, you know, say, I'll take the plunge. I was going to the newsagents where they knew me a lot. And there was a big shop actually, but I didn't go in there. I knew the guy. Well, Greengrocer Plus. I knew the guy, I knew his daughter. But I didn't go in there. But there were shops I knew in there. A good lady.
Greengrocer.
The greengrocer was Cypriot, yes. And he had done well for himself. He lived up the hill in a very nice house. Yeah. He had decided to enlist his wife at some point and get cancer. And I did away, you know. She was very sad after that. And the daughter was sad. They went downhill very quickly, actually, as a family. But he was thriving, you see. And that's when I learned about Korokasi. He used to say it. I remember, we don't do it in Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try one?
No, I've never tried
Oh,
it.
you only.
What does it taste like?
It's like a soft, the texture is like a soft potato.
Yeah.
It's not its flavour. It doesn't taste like potato. It's nice when you cook it with meat. Even vegetables are nice. One used to do with pork. You put it in a casserole to slow cook.
Yeah. I'll chase it up on the net and see what exactly it is. But they used to sell it so prominently, you know.
It has its season. I think black people cook with it as well.
Well, there's always some crossing over, isn't there?
Or something very similar.
However, my wife tried what they call those banana-like things they use in their cooking, the Jamaicans and so on, they call it plantain. She tried plantain, she said, I can't cook it, I don't know what to expect from it, you know. No. She did quite a lot of cooking, I think she was more slowing down. And she has my, like, I really don't want to see her. Particularly midweek and all that, I don't want to see her. So it takes up too much of her time. She does, what she does, she always presents something, but often it's, like tonight, we're reading about something, you know, there's a firm called Cook. Yeah, that's ready meals, you know. Yeah, she's going to do this wonderful rooms. And they're quite nice because they, well, yes, they're more expensive than average, yes. It's not fair, but she's used to it in many ways, and sometimes, yeah. Anyway, the last time we ate out, the other day, last week, we went to Chili Pickle in the lakes. Now, we knew it from when it was opposite the library. I must say, it's a very good operation in the lakes as well. They've got good manners and they treat you. It's a very place. I mean, like, so very expensive at all. They treat you well. Yeah. They treat you decently, and the food is first class. We've had it in the past, we've had it delivered as well, but now we put together. I enjoy it because it was in the new year, it will be hilarious. And converting the shop and all that into something quite nice, like 2 shops basically. So that was it. And now I'm looking forward, I didn't realize it was, I have told you that if you went in St. Anne's, whatever, because I did that, I said it might fall within Greece, but yeah. I said to go to Greece on the 14th. This is on the 3rd. I live about less than 100 yards. Yeah. About 1:45. I'm not sure. Yeah. But I also want to So when do you think the music, we hear the music, even if we don't go, we hear the music. When do you think the music will stop?
I think about 12 o'clock. I think.
Yeah. Because they used that, so probably made afternoon. Was there?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
You look on their Facebook.
Yes, yes. I will.
Because it finishes at 7:30.
Yeah.
Don't go back.
Yeah, we can't go beyond. That's the other thing. That, from the point of view of the neighbors, that is not a bad uh, celebration, if you like, because when they finish, they finish.
Yeah.
There's no dragging out anymore. When they finish, the music stops. And the music can be quite loud, you know.
Oh, we travel a lot.
Well, yes.
When it's coming to an area, travel.
We hear the Brunswick Festival. We are not really very near Brunswick. I used to, well, she spent 1 year in Brunswick Square with friends. 5 girls were sharing the flat. Nothing special, but it had a fantastic front roof. That's how these places are, you know. Brunswick Square was quite something in past days.
Big houses, yeah.
And, but all in one, those flats have a fantastic drawing room, fantastic front roof, you know.
Yeah.
High ceilings, fireplace. There are different heat by the way. Anyway, the 5 girls, the packed at the back, but they had this fantastic front room where they had outlets and all that. It was quite nice. And the following year, we both got a bed sit in Brunswick. I'll go back to Brunswick Place. To the road up.
I'm a bit early. So I'll come back.
All right, when we
See you in a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, until we graduated, so parents of the old sort of persuaded me that she didn't want to formally live with me, but we were friends by then.
yeah.
And she had the bed sit upstairs, and I had a bed sit downstairs in the Brunswick Place, which was the less pretty than, yes.
That's right, and that's something.
Yes. That's not just a money to buy.
Yeah.
And then after her graduation, we got a front room in Brunswick Place, which was not as nice as Brunswick Square. It was, I got it, and she lived there for quite some time.
Yeah.
The landlady moaned and said, "You have somebody else here, don't you? She must pay rent. She must pay rent." I said, no, the rent is it's good enough as it is, thank you. And she tolerated me. They make big money, these people. And they make even bigger money now.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. You see a place divided in 12 flat rates.
Yeah.
You know how much money that is? Seriously. Because the cheapest flat, and actually, the little hole in Brighton is uh, 400, 400 a month. And I'm probably erring on the wrong side. Uh, to live independently, not share. Uh, opposite, opposite us, they go, what effectively is a exit, but it has facilities inside. They go for 700 now or 750 per month. I don't know what your daughter pay for instance in Oxford.
I think it was less than that.
Yeah.
It was student accommodation.
It was throughout, was it?
It was no campus.
Throughout for 3 years.
Yeah.
We've got Sussex that didn't have the accommodation, you see.
Uh,
So we spent our first year on the campus. Then my second year in a nice flat I found in Albany Villa in Forest. Nice wide street. Big. I had flying flatmates and I got 2 other Greek boys. But they were not always forthcoming with their rent.
yeah.
Now we worked there, but I've always
Thank you very much.
I learned one thing from my father. Always pay your debts soon.
Yeah.
If you have any, don't get into debt.
Yeah.
And be straightforward with money generally.
Yeah.
And I really don't like, I even lend some money to one of them to never pay me. I really don't like it. And he was a good friend. They forget after a while. So don't,
I didn't then back to do it. Yeah, my uncle told me that.
yeah,
You end up chasing it.
yeah, and it's not nice to pray. You don't know what to say.
You know what you can do about this kids.
I was looking forward to that because the good girl,
In the end, they make used to it that.
yeah,
Because we're chasing their own
we
money.
went off eventually, went to Argentina. We had connections, I think they'd been built up, yeah. He was people, right? Greek, he was a neighbor in Greece. He was a friend. The other boy was going to work in Poland to get his his mom visited at some point. She didn't like the sight, but why does my son have a smaller room? Because I found it very flat and I have a larger room. That's why. Then there's an agreement. You like this room, take it for this sort of money. You know. The wife has to get the smallest room. And then we do.
You know when you watch someone you think proud?
Yeah, thanks. So, sometimes if you give it the tongue, it's great.
Yeah, it's almost happy to.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, you did exactly what we said. Yes,
Good.
that's it. It's a that's the 15th period last time. Yeah. But it was last this it was. It gets a bit untidy. You see, today I was out here. Bit on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah,
Good.
yeah.
Good, good. Oh, you've got one of these dogs to frighten the criminal. That's the children stop and look. And that's a good kids. That's fun.
Well, this American comedy years ago called Scraps, they lived with a bigger, actually, stuffy dog.
Yeah.
Now today is another little surprise for you, because I won another bet. Yeah, and now we stop the bets because we keep winning them because we keep winning them. As we're getting older, we think we remember things and we say it with emphasis. We say, yeah, you know when, etc., etc. And I picked her up on something. She said, no, nonsense. She said, no, I remember it very well. And then we chased it out. And I was right again. Because I don't like being wrong. I don't say anything if I don't know it. And there was another five. So,
I'll pull that towards the Sussex Heart Channel.
yeah, but there's also my five. Yeah?
Thank you, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah. What is it this time?
We're saving up to get a defibrillator.
Yes, you said last time, yes.
Fitted down the road.
Yeah.
Probably where the telephone box is. We're
Yeah.
going to replace that telephone box
Yeah.
and put it in something.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
said to
a
her,
big project.
I don't like taking that with you,
But you will.
but I'm going to give it to her.
Thank you.
So,
Thank your wife for
she keeps losing the bets, but she said, no, I won't. I won't.
They lost the will.
Thanks very much.
Those of a dates it for the festival.
Yes, 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 yes. Later on in the month I'll go away, but early in the month I might manage something there. Yeah.
Hugely sorry. Good morning, it's Johnny Michael. We can help you.
So yes. And the whole thing about that day is will it be a nice day or not?
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Makes a difference.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, hopefully it'll be sunny, but not too hot. Just comfortable.
Yes, sunny.
Yeah.
Or at least not wet.
Yeah.
Because it's
And we don't.
not pleasant.
We don't want the grass.
You go often.
We don't want the grass to be soggy.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you, thank
thanks
you.
very much.
Yeah,
Yes.
have a nice day.
Careful with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you then.
Bye, Cindy.
Oh, it rained.
My regards. Thank you.
Bye, Peter.
Bye.
Next one.
You don't bring.
watching for you from my window all night.